Okay, so I thought that we'd talk about Mary today, but apparently today is all about John. Well, and a bit about Carlos too, because he played a big part in this episode as well. Hello, good peoples of the internet, and welcome back to a new Rogue's review of the Winchesters. Now, I figured that since this episode focuses on veterans, and as I'm filming this on Remembrance Day, that I'd be wearing my poppy. So, yeah, here it is. Hi, Editing Rogue here, and actually I didn't film this on Remembrance Day. It was Remembrance Day Parade, so November the 6th, not November 11th. Anyways, back to our program. Alright, so what did I think of episode 4? Well, to be honest, even if I enjoyed this newest installment, I don't think that this one I'd rewatch very often on future series binges. I'll obviously rewatch it once the season ends, just to get the whole Winchester experience. Oh, and while on the subject, it's been officially announced that the series will only have 13 episodes for season 1. Now, I won't get into too much detail in this video on my thoughts about this, since I intend to make a separate video about the whole CW situations. So, back to our topic at hand. Why am I saying that I probably won't rewatch this episode so often if I still enjoyed it? What's the problem here? Well, for me, it's mainly got to do with the monster, or god, rather. I just didn't find this representation of Mars NATO to be all that interesting. The leather mask that he's wearing with his Roman Legion tunic really makes him look more of a larper than a god visiting us mere mortals. I know we've met pagan divinities in Supernatural before, and they weren't really treated as something super special either, but I was just expecting something different. Plus, when we first met him at the beginning of the episode, he's in semi-darkness, and the mask that he wears seems more like a metal helmet. So I guess I got my hopes up only for them to get dashed down. Also, they make a big show of a Celtiberian book to explain who that god is, and honestly, I see no Celtic nor Iberian traits in the representation of Mars. He's Roman, just as his name implies, so as an enthusiast of Celtic culture, I felt a little bit let down by this portrayal. If they wanted to have a Roman god, Mars, they could have just put him there instead of saying that he's Celtic. So, moving on past the LARPer god appearance, I also think that the episode won't play much in the main story arc of the show, apart from the confrontation at the end between John and Mars. This whole combat scene left me underwhelmed, from the choreography to the first blood offer that Mars seems to have completely forgotten. I mean, honestly, look at John here. Mars has drowned first blood, so we should tell him something akin to, well, now we fight to the death, or seems I won't have to let your body go after all. I get that Mars is more toying with John than trying to kill him, because he sees John as the perfect mix between a hunter, man of letter, and soldier, but John really wasn't impressive in this duel. I also don't get why Mars says that he'll erase John's scar to help him get rid of the past that's holding him back, when we see that John still suffers from heavy PTSD at the end of the episode with that shower scene. Anyways, now John seems to be imbued with some power that Mars has granted him, as we see by the spear that glows in John's hands before he breaks it and impales Mars with the shaft instead of the spearhead. Well, that was a weird choice. Well, maybe just wanted Mars to suffer a bit more before he died. So I guess John will be the secret weapon, or chosen one, that will be able to destroy the Akrida, just as Mars said. So that's what I found was not so good about the episode. Now let's talk about the good. I appreciate the fact that the writers didn't shy away from the PTSD that the veterans struggle with. I also enjoy that we get a bit more of Carlos's backstory, and that they found a good reason for him having been a part of the Navy, since he clearly doesn't seem to be the military type. The fake rockstar aliases are back again, with Mary as Joni Mitchell and John as Graham Nash, so that's always fun. I liked the fact that John tells his mom where he's going and why, and the little interaction that she gets with Carlos. Now, I'm not sure if she's coming on to him, however, which I found a bit weird, but Carlos lets her down gently by saying that men enjoy men in uniform as well, which is a bit more on the gay side than the bi side that he's supposed to be on. But as I said, maybe it's to let Millie down gently. I like the fact that Millie was the one who destroyed the Amphora that granted Mars his powers and immortality, while Slata was too busy admiring this antiquity and the philosophical musings that come with something being so fragile is the thing that empowers a god. And now, I guess I should take a moment to talk about theories. In my previous video, I said that I didn't trust Kyle, and in this episode they make him a journalist working on this story about veterans dying in mysterious ways around the US. Is everything as simple as it seems? Is he some kind of journalist working on a normal piece, or is he a paranormal reporter? Is he some kind of hunter? Or was I right and we should be wary of him? Is he playing the long con? Will he turn out to be working with Rockin' Roxy at some point? Well, it's too early to say, but I'm still thinking that something's off with him, so yeah, my money is more on the long con than any other options. I might turn out to be wrong, but at this time I haven't really got more info to make any real conclusion, so I'll just have to follow my gut instinct. So that's all I've got for you today. Thanks if you stuck with me till the end of this video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions of the episode in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe, all that jazz so that us fans can connect and share our views of the show. See you around, hunters.